Hello guys and welcome back to Premier League predictions. We are back for some midweek predictions. You will have noticed I'm not with Sophie because Sophie is currently in Poland. How selfish. How are you, Sophie? And how's things over there?
I'm very well, thank you. Obviously, we're out seeing our family. So, yeah, it's good. But obviously, recording comes first.
Oh, yeah, of course. Comes over family, yes, yeah. Set us a like target, Soph.
Okay, let's go for 3,500 likes on this one.
Yeah, we can do it. Come on, guys, get involved. We're showing top effort over here by doing predictions from England and Poland at the minute. Hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We've got lots of content coming. Do look out for the FA Cup third round draw tonight. Actually, Sophie, who do you want to get in the FA Cup draw? Do you have a preference?
Not really at this stage. I'd like to take a team lower down so that we can actually progress, but I don't know with us at the moment.
Right, and the final thing, the scores from last time, Sophie did beat me. No great surprises there. It was 6-8, so there you go. Right, let's get into the predictions, Sophie. We start with Ipswich Town versus Crystal Palace. It's quite a big game down at the bottom. Palace, you were pretty pleased with their last-minute goal against Newcastle because it meant that you got your prediction right. They take on Ipswich. Ipswich lost 1-0 to Forest. It feels like this is a close one, Sophie. I think Ipswich having the home advantage makes me think they'll get something, but they're not winning many and they're drawing a few. I might kick this off by sitting on the fence. I'm going to go 1-1.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the same. I mean, it paid off last time going 1-1 with Palace, so I think I'm going to stick with it. I don't think it was a bad result for Ipswich to lose 1-0 to Forest. I did back them to get a draw, but Forest can be defensively solid. So to go away and get anything there is very, very difficult. And obviously they couldn't just do it. But 1-0 isn't terrible. This is a bigger game though. So hopefully can get something from this.
Yeah, do share your thoughts, guys. This is a proper 6-pointer. We're both going for a 1-1 draw. The next one, Sophie, is also a big game down at the bottom as Leicester City take on West Ham United. Leicester absolutely smashed by Brentford. Not the best start without Steve Cooper, but this will be the first one where Ruud van Nistelrooy is in, and they take on a West Ham team, Sophie, that also got smashed to pieces by Arsenal. That was a crazy game. It was 5-2 at half-time, and then it stayed 5-2.
And then no more goals. Yeah, as soon as I started watching, there were no more goals. Typical.
You joined the party too late. I think with Leicester having the home advantage and possibly a new manager bounce, I might edge them. I think it could be close. West Ham have been a bit unpredictable, but I'm going to go with Leicester 2-1.
Okay, I'm going to say another draw. I think there could be a few goals in this one, so I'm going to say a Desmond, which obviously Ruud coming in, he's going to want to get maximum points. But as you say with West Ham, you never know what team's going to turn up. It was a crazy first half against Arsenal, but they need to be beating the teams around them at the moment. So this is, in a way, a bigger game. So that's why I'm going to sit on the fence again. So 2-2.
2-2. Do share your thoughts, guys. Massive game. If West Ham lose to the teams below them, they could get sucked into that relegation sandwich. And another one, so if you look at this, you've got Everton versus Wolves. This is also a big one. Honestly, I'm not sure where to go with this one. Everton have been pretty poor lately. They've not been scoring goals. They've not been winning games for the last few. And Wolves did have that mini resurgence, but then they got smashed by Bournemouth 4-2 after giving away like 3 penalties. To be honest, I'm tempted to go for a draw, but let's go for a bold prediction and back the away team. I'm going to go Everton 1, Wolves 2. I just think Wolves could snatch this, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's 0-0, to be honest, with Everton.
Yeah, so I'm going to say 1-0 Wolves. And I think they'd get a massive clean sheet away from home, which would do the team the world of good. Obviously, 3 points is the most important thing, but they have been shipping a lot of goals. So to get a clean sheet away from home would be massive. I think that's probably quite a bold call. But right now, I probably just slightly fancy Wolves more than Everton.
Yeah, did you see after Jose Sarr gave away another penalty, he was playing dead on the floor?
Yeah, that was so daft. And then you look and you're trying to find the contact. It's like there isn't any. Get up.
Yeah, that's it. Let's see if Wolves bounce back. Both could do with a result. It's a massive game. Share your thoughts in the comments, guys. Not sure what to make of this one, Sophie. At the Etihad, Manchester City versus Nottingham Forest. Now, Manchester City's form is the worst it's probably been in about 7, 8, 9 years or something.
Yeah.
Look, they've set the standards so high over the last 5 or 6 years because they've been so good and relentless. But this is a bit of a concern now. I mean, the Premier League title looks almost impossible for them. I mean, I won't say it is mathematically, but they've got a lot of ground to make up to win that. I think they're 5th in the table now. And they've lost a few games in other competitions as well. They take on Forest, who got back to winning ways with that win against Ipswich. Of course, Chris Wood scored from the penalty spot. I don't think there will be a lot in this. I just think with it being at the Etihad, could I just give it to Man City? If Man City win, I don't think it could be that convincing.
No.
I want to give Forest something, but I'm just going to say Man City need that reaction. Man City 2, Forest 1.
Do you know what? I'm going to go down the middle again. I've gone quite draw heavy this video, but I actually feel that Forest are capable of getting a draw there. I know a lot of Forest fans will probably think, no, we'll get all 3 points. Look at the way Man City are playing at the moment. And I wouldn't actually be that surprised if they did that. But I just think Pep needs to turn it around at some point. Could this be the game to do it? Maybe. I just really don't know with them at the moment. So I'm going to go for a draw, 1-1.
1-1. Yeah, it'd be a great result for Forest, but I don't know. Like you say, do Forest come into this as favourites at the minute? Who knows?
Probably, yeah.
Next up, Soph, this is a difficult one for Liverpool. They go away to Newcastle, but the form Liverpool are in, I just can't go against them. They just keep winning. Newcastle United dropped 2 points right at the end against Palace, and I'm annoyed with them because I did predict them to win 1-0, and obviously that last-minute equaliser meant that Sophie got her 1-1 prediction right for that game. We did both back Liverpool to beat Man City 2-1. They won 2-0 in the end. And I'm going to go for the same score here, Sophie. I'm going to go Newcastle 0, Liverpool 2. I just think this Liverpool team looks unstoppable at the minute.
Do you know what? It's at St James's Park, isn't it? I was going to give them a goal, but actually I think defensively, despite being without Konate, they just look absolutely solid. So I'm going to say another 2-0 Liverpool win, because Newcastle aren't in the best of form right now. Liverpool are. They're efficient and they're getting the maximum points from every game at the moment, and that is the most important thing. And actually it's probably a better thing that they're getting these performances when all the players aren't putting in 10 out of 10s each week. So you think there's actually better to come from Liverpool. So I'm saying 2-0, and I think a clean sheet again would be massive.
Yeah, it certainly would be. And we're going for the same. Yeah, we are going for the same. I wonder, Liverpool are surely going to slip up at some point, but I don't think it'll be here just yet. I really don't.
No.
I don't know when they're going to slip up. They probably will at some point, because
they might not slip. They might not slip up though.
Do you reckon they'll go the whole season undefeated? No, they lost to Forest, of course.
Well,
they can't go undefeated.
Yeah.
But at the moment, they look unbeatable. Right, next up, Sophie, Southampton versus Chelsea. Let's give Southampton a bit of credit. They didn't lose on Friday and could have won, actually. Had a goal disallowed towards the end, which was a bit questionable, but...
Very questionable.
There's still some positives to take, and they now take on Chelsea. Chelsea, what a win against Villa. What a goal by Cole Palmer as well. Chelsea are flying. So as much as I want to give Southampton something, I don't think I can. I'll give them a goal. Southampton 1, Chelsea 3.
Yeah, I'm going for the same. I'm saying 3-1. Chelsea are looking very good going forwards. That's why I'm going to give Southampton a goal, because I actually thought that was a really, really good performance on the weekend. So if they can follow up with a similar sort of performance, then they might get something from this. But I don't know. I think it's a bit of a big ask considering the way Chelsea are playing at the moment. Yeah,
Chelsea are on fire right now. Honestly, they're flying. I mean, they could be, I don't know, I could definitely see them finishing 4th or maybe even 3rd, depending on what Man City and Arsenal do at the minute. Right, the next one, speaking of Arsenal, is at the Emirates. This is great, Sophie. Arsenal versus Manchester United. 2 teams that have currently got good form. I mean, Arsenal, you make favourites because... over the recent years, they've been the better team in the Premier League. Their results recently have been very impressive, scoring 5 against Sporting, 5 against West Ham. But Manchester United do come here with a bit of a new manager bounce with the results against... but they won against Bodo Glimt, didn't they, in the Europa League? But they absolutely smashed Everton in the Premier League. And I don't know. I think Man United could come and maybe get a goal and give Arsenal a good game. But I think this game has come a bit early for Ruben Amorim for him to really go and get a surprise result. I'm happy to be proven wrong, Manchester United fans. It'd be a statement if you win this game. But I think Arsenal will get the job done. I'm going to go Arsenal 3, Man United 1.
Okay, so I think there could be quite a few goals in this one, probably because of the West Ham game, but I can't go against Arsenal at the moment. They're scoring a lot of goals. I know they've conceded a couple against West Ham, and I do think they'll concede a couple against Man United, but I'm going to go for a bonus point and say 4-2 Arsenal.
I love that. Yeah, why not? Go for the bonus point. I like that. Share your thoughts, guys. It definitely smells like there's going to be goals in this one, doesn't it?
Imagine if it's just like a 1-0 either way. You'd be like, oh.
0-0. Yeah, we'll see. Share your thoughts. Next one, Sophie, let's go to the Midlands as Aston Villa take on Brentford. Brentford are higher than Villa in the table right now. How the tables have turned. Brentford's fantastic at home. Really good. I think, like I've said before, they're the best home team in terms of the points they're picking up at home. Not as good away, and they are away here, but Villa are struggling to get any wins. I mean, they were smashed by Chelsea. They managed a 0-0 against Juventus in the Champions League last week. There was some controversy about Villa should have had a last-minute goal, but I think this could be a draw. I think on paper, Villa certainly should be favourites, but Brentford have been good, and I don't know. I reckon they could get a draw. I'm going to go 1-1.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards a draw as well. I might say 2-2. I think... But then I'm struggling to see where the goals are going to come from Villa. So I don't know. That seems to be their issue at the moment. I think obviously the fact that they're playing in the Champions League as well might be taking out the players because they seem to have dropped off quite a bit. If Brentford were at home, I'd probably lean towards them right now. But being away and they're not quite so good away, I'll go 2-2. But I'm really not sure where the goals are going to come from Villa.
No, I like that. Desmond, yeah, get that in there. Quite a few goals. Do you know what? We've gone for quite a few goals today. Let's see if we go for goals at Craven Cottage, Sophie, as Fulham take on Brighton. It's a good matchup, isn't it? It's two of the, should we say, outsiders from outside of the so-called Big Six that are competing to get in there. Fulham got a decent draw at Tottenham. Kearney scored a good goal and then he got sent off. Brighton only managed the 1-1 against Southampton, but it's a few games unbeaten for them. I don't think there's much in this, Sophie. I think it could be a draw, but maybe Fulham missing Kearney possibly for this one, and Brighton seem to be better on the road at the minute. I mean, some of their away wins recently. They got a great win at Bournemouth, I think, last time on the road. So I will just edge them, but both teams to score. So I'm going to go Fulham 1, Brighton 2.
See, I know I've gone for quite a lot of goals this video, but I actually see this being a low-scoring one. I'm just going to edge Brighton. I think 1-0. They're better away from home, so I do fancy them more in this one.
Yeah, both back in the Seagulls. By the way, Sophie, at the minute, Brighton are 4th. They're above Man City. I mean, what a season they're having. Could they get...
If it ends that way, Is
the Champions League a stretch for Brighton, or is it possible?
I don't know. It is Man City after all, so you do expect them to turn it around at some point. But I mean, right now, as long as Brighton keep putting in good performances, getting maximum points from games, not dropping too many, then it's in their hands. That's the main thing right now. It's in their hands.
Yeah, for sure. It is. It certainly is. Yeah, share your thoughts, Brighton fans and Fulham fans, on that one. The last game, Sophie, is down on the South Coast as AFC Bournemouth take on Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham, back to their usual tricks, struggling to beat a team at home. I mean, Fulham are a good team, but it just kind of shows where Spurs are. They're all the way like this, up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
They're probably the hardest team to predict in the Premier League, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. We said that in the last video, it could be 8-0 or 1-1.
Yeah. Speaking of unpredictable, we didn't see Bournemouth winning 4-2 at Wolves. Obviously, they scored a few penalties, but a win's a win and goals are goals. I think this is my opportunity to play a bonus point, Sophie, but I'm just working out how to do this. I think I will go with Spurs, so I'm going to go Bournemouth 2, Tottenham 3.
Ooh, okay, I like that. I'm going to say 3-1 Spurs because it seems that every other game they'll turn up. So I think they're due to turn up in this one. But I do want to give Bournemouth something because that was a very good performance against Wolves and it did catch us off guard. So they could get, to be fair, they could get all 3 points from this one. I don't think that's that much of a stretch to say that. But I think Spurs on their day, if they turn up, they'll get this one. So 3-1.
You're absolutely right, by the way. I was saying to Benjamin Bloom the other day that Tottenham's form table is like they've got their Christmas decorations up because it's green, red, green, red, green, red. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Win, loss, win, loss,
Yeah.
win, loss. So based on the fact they didn't win last time, surely they're going to win this time. But who knows? Guys, share your thoughts down below. That wraps up our Premier League predictions for midweek. Like I say, there's games in midweek. There's also games at the weekend, so we'll sort that out when we get to it. Obviously, there'll be Championship this weekend as well. The fixture list is mental in December, so your support would be massively appreciated. Please make sure you've hit the like button. Make sure you have subscribed as well. It really does go a long way in supporting what we do. And a massive thank you to you, Sophie, for doing this with me while you're out in Poland.
Yeah, it's not quite my annual leave when you're crashing it, but hey ho.
No, access denied. Yeah, no, I didn't grant her annual leave, but she's gone away anyway. No, enjoy the rest of your time out there. Obviously, we will be back with championship predictions in a couple of days. So take care, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.